How's it going, everybody? Rybrad here today, and we are here with some NHL 18 content for you guys. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. We're going to have plenty of NHL 18 content coming at you, but I'm going to give you guys an early look at the 31-team expansion draft, and we will be redrafting the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, you can do this from two sides. I'm going to do it from the side of the Knights. We're going to go ahead and just type in Rye. If you guys watch my other one, we're just going to put more E's than that one, just because why not? Screw it. So yeah, you can go ahead and take any team you want. It's the 31 expansion draft, so you have to go manually take control of the Vegas Golden Knights, which is what we are going to do. We're going to screw the 31st AHL team. I don't really care about what they are, but we're going to leave owner mode and player morale on. I actually think if I'm going to leave morale on, because I turned it off in the 32 expansion draft. If you didn't see that one, card is coming up now. But yeah, go ahead and check that one out if you want to know what a 32-team expansion draft looks like. But we are going to keep the 31st team authentic protection list. So it determines which type of protection list the CPU teams will use, authentic or CPU generated. So this, James Neal, basically the biggest thing here is James Neal will be exposed or will he be protected? Essentially, do you want James Neal or not is what this is going to be, because I'm pretty sure that the Nashville Predators will protect James Neal. If you turn this off, the computer's going to automatically generate it. Or if you want to redo the whole draft night process, and with the realistic players that were available, you think you could have done a better job, you can go ahead and click that. George McPhee, you're like, screw him. GM Rybrad is in town now. I could have done a better job. Let's go ahead and keep those authentic rosters on, and we'll go ahead and make some new selections for the Vegas Golden Knights. I probably won't do all of it like I did in the 32nd one. But you guys know that all the expansion draft players are there. They all are. It's the authentic list. So the Sabres, I know for a fact, exposed Allmark and Carrier, but protected a guy like Tyler Ennis. Now in my 32-team expansion, Tyler Ennis was available. And that's because the CPU just has to do a brand new roster protection, because it's a 32nd team expansion draft, not the 31st team expansion draft. And it's Vegas Golden Knights franchise, fulfill expansion draft, touch base in a few days before the draft. And here you go, boys. There's a salary cap, and there is the redo of the draft lottery. Actually, that is not a redo of the draft lottery, but they could redo the picks. I don't know how that's going to work. But the lottery remains the same. I don't know if that's by sheer coincidence, or if when you do the Vegas Golden Knights, the draft lottery remains the same. I think this is remaining largely the same from just a few, earlier this summer. So we'll go ahead and begin the expansion draft. God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking so fast. I'm stumbling over my own words, but that's just because I'm super excited to bring you guys this content. Eves here, Edom. Who else is available? Yeah, you guys can see the overalls here. But yeah, I remember taking Sami Vatanen in the 32-team expansion draft, but he's not available here. So we'll check goalies here. Jonathan Bernier, that's fine. They got Tokarski. So Emerson Edom doesn't seem like a bad player to pick, but Patrick Eves could be a little bit more of a veteran presence. We'll go ahead and go with Arizona next. I'll jump to Buffalo because I know Buffalo, and then we could just look around. Burmistra, Verbata, Mikulek, so not a lot of great players available, but obviously you're an expansion team. You're not going to have a lot of great players. But I'm going to take Radim Verbata just because. Now we can go back to Buffalo. Make a pick there. Bogosian, Georges, Kulikov, Molson, France, and Gianta. Not bad. There's William Carrier. He's 22, medium, top 9. I don't see how you don't take that. Especially when they've only got one goalie exposed. You got to take Will Carrier here. That's just a logical option. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just scroll over here. We'll go to a team like the Nashville Predators, and we'll see if James Neal is still available. Yep, he is still available there, boys. I don't know if I'd rather take one of their defensemen, though, because they've got some pretty good defensemen, but they were able to protect all of their defensemen. I remember that. So you can go ahead and maybe take Mika Salamaki if you think he's going to grow into a better bottom 6 forward. But for now, 84 overall James Neal in expansion draft is pretty damn good. So we'll go ahead and take that. As you can see, I can go back here. I can remove the pick of Carrier by pressing the X or square button. I then select Buffalo here, and I can remake the picks. Say I want Dmitry Kulikov, I'll take Dmitry Kulikov. We'll auto-generate the rest of the picks because I don't want to go through an entire draft. And there's Malcolm Subban for you, medium starter 76. And we'll go ahead and finish the draft here, boys. And then we'll go ahead and get into the regular NHL entry draft. And, yep, there's the locker room chemistry they gained. So you can turn chemistry completely off this year, boys. Not just morale meetings, but you can change chemistry take it completely off. Now, the team leader in points in the playoffs, Stanley Cup champions, will both get you to the stat center. So you don't have to only the expansion draft, whatever. I don't care about the scout on the line. But yeah, you can click on either of those. You can get to points, but it's kind of nice to see a team leader in points, and the standings will be right here when the season starts, and there's player morale. So again, to repeat it, boys, you can turn morale completely off. If that's been annoying you, you want to build a super team like you used to be able to back in old gen, putting 90 overalls on the third line, and they wouldn't bitch about it. You can get that done again because you can turn morale all the way off. So we'll go ahead and sim to user pick, see who everyone took. Nico Hischier goes first again, Patrick, Heiskanen, Emil Peterson, Anderson, and we'll go see who we can take as Vegas. I may change it up from what they originally took just because I want to see who's available, but I already kind of know the players. Yamamoto is medium elite, Cal Foot is low elite, Brandstrom I know is medium top 4. I just know these boys because I saw them. I'll take Yamamoto just because I think they might have taken Glass in this position. But I'm going to take Yamamoto just because he's another good center. He's got elite potential. I know that for a fact. 63 overall. Did I make a mistake? We'll see. We'll sim to the next user pick because I know we have one later. Connor Glass. It looks like I did make a mistake there. Yamamoto is only medium top 6, and Connor Glass is the better player. But this is where it all starts to get screwed up. Busick here, that's the spot that Casey Middlestat should have gone. And Middlestat is not in the game because he went to college, so you're going to have an unfortunate event. If your favorite team took a college player, he will not be in NHL 18 at any time unless he plays a game in the NHL in which he relinquishes his NCAA rights. And then the next roster update will include him like you saw with guys like Tyson Jost at the end of whatever it is, at the end of NHL 17, that's right. Vakanainen, that's fine. I'll take Stuart Skinner here just because I'll take the goalie. Why not? I get a good goaltending prospect. I don't even know who our goalies are. I think we have Fleury, but hey, you might as well get another goalie, right? I'll go to offer trade. Show you guys, boys, the trade screen as well if you guys wanted to see that. But yeah, here's the trade values. Again, they look largely the same. Yamamoto here's got pretty good trade value. But if we go to goalies here, who do we have? Yep, Marc-Andre Fleury. He's got really good trade value because he's basically just in the middle of his prime here. And we got two potential goaltenders in Malcolm Subban and Stuart Skinner. Medium starter for Subban, medium starter for Skinner. Skinner's got a little bit more trade value. And then again, here are all of our draft picks. You can see what the other team's interested in yet again. There's the Sabres 6th. I think that's the trade that the Sabres made so that they would take Will Carrier as well instead of Linus Ullmark. So you will start with those picks just like Vegas did in real life. And if you go to protect your own players, well, they won't be there. Those picks won't be there because they will have already gone to Vegas. And Vegas could screw you because, like I just did, I took Carrier, I was going to take Carrier over... We'll take Owen Tippett. Why not? Just because I liked him. I think he's going to be a really good player on the Florida Panthers. You guys let me know in the comment section what you think about Owen Tippett and who your favorite prospect was coming out of this draft and who you think is going to make the biggest splash. So we'll go ahead and sim to our next user pick. Those are our 3 first-round picks, but now we're in round number 2, 34th overall. I'll just make picks into the 3rd round probably because I don't want to bore you guys with just doing an entry draft because that's not what you came here for, right? DiPietro, yeah, I know. Oh, I know there is a goalie, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. I would target him if you're gonna do this. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen I think he's got elite potential. We'll go ahead and skip to goalies here. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, he might have. Oh, there he is. He's high fringe starter. I think he's medium elite. If I take him here. He's medium fringe starter, so I might have looked at the wrong guy in a different one, but he is medium fringe starter, so I misspoke in my last video. Ignore that. Go ahead and just shit on me in the comment section because I don't really care. Because I made a mistake. Anyway, but yeah, I might have been looking at the wrong player, so we'll go ahead and see what I was thinking of. I don't know. I might have just misread the name. There's so many of these names that look so similar. God damn it. DiPietro is high elite, but he's going to drop. He's not going to stay there. We got some top 6 forwards. Mateos seems like the best option here. We'll take him. He's not bad. He is a medium bottom 6 forward, so it kind of looks like, unless you get them to exact, there's really no way of projecting what these players are going to be, so it makes scouting even harder. But I'm just going to go ahead and simulate the rest of the draft because I don't really care who else we pick because this is not going to be my official Vegas Golden Knights series. And yes, that is a tip. It is coming. It is coming when winter comes, boys. So when winter is coming, my Vegas Golden Knights series is coming, so make sure to stay tuned, but I will be starting a different series, so that one's probably going up later after this video, so make sure to go ahead and subscribe if you want to get notified when I post that video, because I got a really, really exciting list of NHL 18 content to go ahead and bring you guys. Now, the contracts here, I'm hoping that I got some actual free agents to re-sign, not players that are just on long-term deals. We got Patrick Eaves here. Perfect. This is exactly what I was hoping was going to happen. Redeem Verbata, Patrick Eaves. So offer him a contract. He wants 2.925. So 2.925 times 0.85. So if the 85% glitch still works, or the 85% trick still works, it's 2.486 for any of you that did the math. But we'll go ahead and offer him $2.5 million for 2 years, so that's exactly what he wants. We'll offer the same thing, so 2.825 times 85% is 2.401. So if you give him 2.425, he should accept the contract for 1 year. And I'll just go ahead and advance a day just to see if that works, and then I will just let all those players go to free agency because I really don't care too much about having these players on the roster because it doesn't matter to me right now. We'll go ahead and advance the day here, see if they accept the offer because they rejected it at this dollar value. I'd want to resign, but okay. I want to win now, but I don't think this team has what it takes to do so. Same thing. Maybe more cash could persuade them. So it's not looking like they're just guaranteed to accept this contract. It's probably because the team's not very good. We will have to check out in a different series. I'll probably start a classic franchise mode and go ahead and double check that is no longer in there. But I'm going to give Eaves exactly what he wants. We're going to see if he wants to rejoin the team. If not, I guess you just have to give them more money because you're not a very good team. So you're going to have to overpay for these older free agents that know they're in the tail end of their career and they want to go win now. He rejected it, so I gave him exactly what he wanted, yet he still says it's not enough money for him. But I'm going to go ahead and just advance to free agency, guys, because I really don't care about who we have on the roster right now. And yeah, obviously there's going to be player morale. I'm pretty sure it's the same. Grabowski says, there are times I don't want to walk into that locker room. Does demanding still work? And it had no impact. Okay, so maybe I just chose the wrong one, or maybe demanding's not the end-all be-all anymore. End of re-sign phase. I don't care. Just get me to free agency, and I'll make a team from that. There we go. We'll go ahead and sign some free agents. See what free agents actually got out. TJ Oshie is now on the free agent market. We'll offer him a big contract. 6 years. We'll give him $6.5 million because he only wants about 6, so we'll give him about $500,000 more than he wants. Kevin Shattenkirk as well, because I think we have a lot of cap space. We have $17 million in cap space. We'll go ahead and give Shattenkirk, I'll just bump it up to 5, see if that's enough to get him to come to us over San Jose or Edmonton. If I were him, no amount of money would make me want to go to the Golden Knights over Edmonton or San Jose. And Yager still wants a ridiculous contract, but there we go. We just offered Shattenkirk and TJ Oshie. I'll check what goalies made it out in here. Darcy Kemper, not a very bad starter, but we already have some goalies in the system. So we'll go ahead and just sort and see what potential players did end up making it to free agency. And it looks like Wenberg here did make it to free agency. He's actually a very, very good prospect that you guys might want to go ahead and get. I guess I couldn't call him a prospect, but if you guys are willing to give up that kind of those draft picks, you can go ahead and take him. But yeah, a guy like Nick Bonino here wouldn't be a bad guy to sign, but we just offered out, I think, 11. Yeah, so we're still good to sign a guy like Nick Bonino. I'll give him 2 years at $4 million because I want to overpay and make sure that these guys really, really come to the Vegas Golden Knights here. But let's go ahead and actually, I want to check out like Ron Hainsey Anderson here. Here's a fourth line forward. I'll give him exactly what he wants. Actually, I'll just give him exactly what he wants and see if he's willing to come to the team. Now, because he's lower on the list here, he may just come to our team because he's just a lower end prospect, but we'll simulate a few days here. And there's a trade. Thomas Hickey for a second. I'm going to decline that. Just go into the season. Show you guys, like, if you guys didn't make any kind of trades, what is the well, I'm not saying I'm going to give you guys the best Vegas Golden Knights roster, like a whole bunch of clickbait on the title, best you could ever get, like follow this. And Anderson accepted, Bonino accepted, Shattenkirk rejected. He appreciated my interest, and his goal is to win, and it's not going to happen with this team. TJ Oshie still hasn't accepted our offer or gotten back to us whatsoever. Go ahead and keep advancing. I didn't, and he rejected. My goal is to win. Perhaps more money could change his mind. So there it is, boys. That's exactly what I was talking about. You can't just minimally overpay for a guy like TJ Oshie. I'm going to have to give him like $7 million for 6 seasons just to get him to come to the Vegas Golden Knights. So that's kind of nice. Now, it will hurt if any of you are rebuilding your team. We'll go ahead. Yager's got some interest, so we'll go ahead and actually float out a offer to Jaromir Jagr, giving him exactly what he wants versus Colorado. Colorado is also a bad team, so we'll see who he chooses. Maybe I should have bumped it up by like just a tiny bit, but we'll see who he chooses. Because he's really got nobody else to pick from. He rejected and he picked the Ducks. He wants to win, not offer the dollars based on his skills. I offered him exactly what he was asking for, so that's kind of stupid. We're going to keep advancing, see if TJ Oshie is going to accept our offer or not. And there's more trades coming in. It's kind of nice for them to float out trades to you because your trade block says there are more openings, or we have more defensemen. I wonder if TJ Oshie's ever, and he has accepted, so I had to get him on 6 years, $7 million, but that's a very good first-line winger. We'll go to trading block here. I did want to check something out because I've been playing NHL 15 quite a bit. We'll go to wants here, and then we'll see if I can search, and you can, I don't think you can search all players that have depth defensemen as their option. If I click it, yeah, so it's still the same. Nothing about this has changed, guys. But yeah, I will go ahead and advance to, okay, Shipachov, I don't know how to say his name, second line forward, 83 overall, very, very good. I mean, he's 30 years old already, but hell, I'll take it. I mean, we might not have the worst team in the NHL. We may be a pretty decent team, but I'm going to go ahead and advance the next season, guys. I will see you when I set the lines for that season. So another cool feature, guys, I am at next season, but you can perform roster moves and set your captains. They ask you to before the season, so that's actually kind of cool if you want to change your captain per season. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm not really going to touch it. And LA Kings versus Vegas Golden Knights preseason game here. That's a pretty cool looking, you know how it used to be head-to-head? That's pretty cool. I'm going to sim to the next preseason game, see if it's got any stats or anything. If it shows you like their top scorer, I don't care about my budget or any of these owner stuff. But yeah, there you go. So you can see the calendar down at the bottom. You can see the upcoming games. You get to see the standings, the full standings up and down vertical over here instead of bottom like it used to be. You get to see your team leader in points. You get the quick links are still over here. There's a whole team meeting over there. We'll go ahead and go edit lines. And if you guys didn't notice, which I just caught up in the top right, we'll go ahead and hit best lines here, see what it does. Jay Beagle, William Karlsson we got, I think, in the expansion draft, so that's not a bad player to go get a high top 9 forward at 24. We got TJ Oshie, Shipachov, and then Marchessault. We can throw James Neal up there if we wanted, but yeah, I'm not going to really bother setting the lines. And there's a pretty average defense. These are all top 6 guys, they might be in fringe on top 4 defensemen. But then again, we have our goalie, Marc-Andre Fleury, who is literally going to be the savior of this team. But yeah, boys, that is what it's going to look like. Make sure to subscribe so that you get notified when I post some content. Turn on your notifications because we're going to have a very, very exciting year of NHL 18 content to come up. But this was your first look at the Vegas Golden Knights expansion draft and NHL 18. I hope to see you guys around soon, and I will see you in the next one.